Hello, welcome back. Today we're doing another base game only build for the world of Willow Creek. Now we're starting to get into the bigger homes now, so it's a little bit intimidating. I will say, I think I had to pat myself on the back for this one because I believe this is a 30 by 20 size lot, and it is a 4 bedroom, 3 bath house. So 2 full baths, 2.5 baths. Wait, yeah, 2.5 baths. I believe is how you call it because it doesn't have the shower. It's a half. Yeah, so 4 bedrooms and 2.5 baths in this build, which I think is pretty good because you look at how much space I am not using. It's like that is really good. So I'm, confident that when I get to the bigger builds in this little neighborhood, which are I believe they're all 40 by 30 size lots. The rest, I'll be fine. But yeah, I did this based off a reference image, which I'll pop up here. Yeah, I kept, as you see, pretty close to it. So here where I was almost not going closer because for some reason I thought there was a bit more roofing of extension there, but there is not. So luckily there isn't because I was really trying to work that with that triangle piece or edge. But yeah, luckily I did not need that. Also, I feel like not looking at the trim and detailing, I feel like that really helped the build. Because I feel like with the white, I didn't want to go for a white siding because the reference had that like pale green, which we don't have a shade like that. I feel like greens are one of the worst shades for Sims in terms of like the swatches they have or shades of the color they have for green. I don't purple as well. I don't use purple as much, but I know the purple in the Sims 4 is not that great either. So yeah, also I'm kind of curious how many of you guys still play Sims 3 because I'm considering building again in the Sims 3. Oh, I actually never built in Sims 3. That's lying. The Sims 4 was actually my first time playing Sims. I mean, I did have that mobile game. What is that? Sims free to play or whatever. Yeah, I did do that for a bit, but I never left that little corner house lot. If you know, like that's like the first house you get in The Sims. Like I never made it far in that game. But yeah, I kind of interested in building in The Sims 3 because I have been seeing a bit on my homepage on YouTube, so I definitely want to try that out because it looks fun. Hopefully they didn't have, I mean they had CC downloaded, so it definitely looks nicer. But I'm gonna try to, build in that and see how that goes. So let me know if you guys still play that. So, and I assume there's a gallery in The Sims 3 because I know The Sims 3 obviously. I keep saying obviously like I know. I don't never play the game, but I know The Sims 3 has more things to do compared to Sims 4, which is kind of doesn't make sense. Which I mean, like you think it would get better, but it didn't. It didn't. But it kind of reminds me. One of my favorite games growing up was Little Big Planet 2. I loved that game. I wish I could play it because there was this like where you can build worlds and you can just play on the worlds that people have built. And then in part 3 they totally switched up the game basically. This is the part of one of the things of the game that I loved. And I feel like that's probably how you guys feel if you guys played Sims 3 and then The Sims 4 came along. So yeah, I'm definitely, but I feel like for me going Sims 4 into Sims 3, hopefully I think I'll like it more because I know people miss it a lot and people are going back to it. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to build. Don't know when I'll be able to do that, but yeah, I definitely want to get into that. So I assume the mechanics of the game is gonna be pretty easy, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I also want to talk about that porch here. I really like the windows there. I just love the idea of having lots of natural light and all that stuff. Even though the house, I ended up swapping it just because I showcased it like this, just because the light was the best facing this way. I feel like hopefully I wonder if the Sims 3 actually game has better lighting. I don't know if you guys have played Sims, you guys are like knowing the answer obviously, but yeah. Also here, we don't have any good metal gates in The Sims 4, I feel like, at least for base game. I can't think of for any other packs, to be honest. But I know I was really struggling, so I just went with this wood one here. And I feel like that metal fence really feels like it could. I always want to use it when building in the world of Willow Creek because it has that New Orleans has a lot of the metal fencing and railings. But like I said, we don't have any good ones, and I don't know what it is about this like metal fence that I don't like. Like I don't know, it's never really used it for any build. I mean, I feel like it can go well like in a park. I don't know why in my mind I'm imagining a dog park, like a little enclosed section could be fun with that. Yeah, for some reason I don't know. It's just like I want to use it, but I wonder if it's the shade of the metal or what. I have no idea honestly what about it is not my favorite, but yeah, here was just playing around with colors and swatches because we don't have the same. Like for example, I was talking about earlier, talking about swatches here. The shade of brown we have for the windows is not the shade of brown we have for the doors. It's like things like that. It's kind of like, why do we not have the magic stuff? But it's not too bad. At least I'm okay with it. But yeah, that's just a little. Did you also hear? Like I do not have OCD, but like sometimes little things like that feels like it would. I probably don't. I mean, even if I did have OCD, my bad short-term memory would save me from it because I tend to forget really easily what I was doing, especially now because I was gonna say something. Yeah, I have no idea, but yeah, here I'm just going with little fencing just because everything else is like it's so green, which nothing wrong with green. I love green. But I wanted to add some like plants and like stuff you see here. Also, I want to talk about that cherry tree in the back. There's another purple tree we have here, and that's used around Willow Creek, and I don't know what is wrong. It looks like waxy. I don't recall what the name of that tree is. Like something with a willow, I believe, or is that green, all green one? I don't know. But the way it looks like in game just feels like a melted candle. So didn't use that. Even though I would have loved like the big, leafy tree, I just opted out for that cherry tree. Because like I was originally gonna do I feel like in that section on the right of the house, it would be nice to have like what is it? There's like fruit trees lined up. We definitely have some in base game. Actually, I'll probably do that in the end. You'll see that in the video tour because I don't know why I feel like some nice fruit trees would be good there. I will have to obviously check to make sure they are base game trees because I feel like a majority of the fruit trees are base game. I could be mistaken. I don't know. But anyway, about the build. Just like about here, this ended up being the dining room right when you enter. I wasn't sure how I felt about that. But because I wanted the area with the windows to be living room, I didn't want to obviously I didn't want to. That was uncompromisable for me. That was just like I had to put the living room there, just because I could imagine like a nice reading nook by windows. I was like I have to put that. So the kitchen here, even though this is not really that odd of a floor plan, it is not something I have done before. I don't think I really don't know, but. Yeah, I wasn't too mad about it at the end. I mean, like I said, I was really able to get a lot with this space, with the 4 bedrooms. I feel like that's the most I've ever done, or have done in a while. I actually end up doing a toddler's bedroom on the second floor next to the main bedroom. I really don't play with toddlers, to be honest. I know there's like that update a while back. Don't know if that has made the gameplay any easier, but I really don't like playing with the kids in Sims. I just feel like they're like, this is gonna sound like no shit, but like they're very needy, and I just don't really like it. Like it's just like too much. I feel like I can't play because I had to take care of them, which, like I know they're babies in real life, they would need attention, but in the game, it's like I don't want to, do all that. But yeah. Also, I had to get rid of the fireplace because I'm not sure if the update was ever finished or changed. But carpets can burn and obviously cause a fire. So I just ended up replacing the fireplace with a side table. Also, I love these books that we got with the new what is the thing that's happening, like the event we have going on. I love this certain swatch of the books. It feels very academic. I mean, it's a book, it's going to be academic, but you know what I mean, like in terms of the swatches we have for the book. I also used the vanity that came with the event. I put that in the main bedroom. And yeah, here I was not sure about, like, you see that green chandelier light. I feel like that was really throwing me off. I ended up switching that light and putting the chandelier that we have hovering over the dining table. I don't know, I just feel like while I liked the green, it just wasn't, I was just too focused on the green. It wasn't really blending in with anything. Like you see here, I'm trying to figure out anything else or something else. But yeah. Also, now I'm looking at it. I wonder if this chairs, I'm pretty sure they come, or they are part of the ones that go with this seating, but they look more gray than brown. I mean, it's fine. I could just pretend that they had these chairs for a while. There's a little story for that, you know? But yeah. Like this home, even it feels, to me, it feels very realistic in terms of what we have going on. So that's very fun. Yeah, but yeah, I really love this area here. I could just imagine, I wish I had enough space to put like a piano. I mean, this would have to be way bigger, but I ended up putting a piano on this room here just because I had no idea what to do with this room, honestly. And I just figured maybe just have like a little study area, which I put in this corner here. And then I did a piano towards the middle of the room just to have more of the activities, you know, for the Sims to do. I'm really like like focused on having activities because there's one build I did that had no activities, and I realized, like, what is your Sim supposed to be doing here? So now I make it a goal to have as like plenty of activities. I think I'm not trying to think how many activities I put, because I have a piano, we have computers, TV, planters, a telescope, a toddler's room. I mean, that's enough to keep your Sims busy, I feel like. But yeah, I feel like it's a fun enough room. I love the outcome. I was like really not feeling the outside exterior. I don't know why the white. I just don't really like the white. I wish we had more shades of this light. I feel like I'm trying to think what other shades we have, because we have orange, blue, brown, like a yellowy shade. We have green, but no, wait, actually we don't have green, do we? I could be lying. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know why I'm saying it, but like I want like nicer shades of the colors we have, you know? Like I feel like these are very like oof kind of colors. Like I don't really like them, but yeah, more like neutral. Well, not really neutral, because orange is not neutral, but like just a nicer shade of orange, you know? I feel like that's what we need in the game, because these shades are not nice. But yeah, also the kitchen. I really like the kitchen here because I did a door to enter from the living room. I don't know, I just feel like that feels very what is that word I'm looking for? Not old. What's that word? It feels like, you know, it could be like a house that, this is, yeah, an older house. I don't know why. I just felt like on older homes, they have the doors, like the swinging doors to the kitchen. So if you've noticed, I've done that a few times in this Willow Creek build, just because I feel like Willow Creek seems like a world that would be, you know, a bit older and have, you know, more established. So that's like my reasoning for that. But yeah, very fun. I really love the kitchen. Very simple, but I think it gets the job done. Here I was gonna do these big cabinets, but I feel like it was didn't really let you like see, like here, like it's more clear and open, it feels, especially because this is only a 3 tile wide kitchen. I didn't want to make it feel any smaller than it already is. But yeah, I love the kitchen, even though it's like very simple. It's probably one of my favorite rooms. I really don't know why. Like it is, yeah, I just liked it for some other reason. Also I did like the upstairs hallway, even though I didn't show how I built it. You're gonna see it. I was in the video tour, but I really like that room as well. I mean, you can't really call it a room, but I like the look of that. And yeah, I'm really glad, honestly, I kept going with this, because I was gonna not tear this down. I wasn't, not that dramatic, but I was really lost of like the decoration. I don't know, I feel like it wasn't making sense, but I'm looking at it all together, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. I don't know what I was like freaking out about. But yeah, here we have the toddler's room. This is honestly my first time, I believe, doing a toddler's room because I really don't like playing with the toddlers. But yeah, also this, I think, oh no, the bassinet, is that what it's called? Bassinet? Who knows? That was also like the update. I believe that came with the update, right? With the toddlers update. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't even know why I say stuff. I don't even play that much. I just build. But yeah. Obviously we don't have changing room, not changing tables, I mean, in the base game, so I just put this one here just because of the towel there. I feel like, yeah, soft enough to be for the baby. This room, I definitely went green with it. Honestly, I just love green. That's my only reasoning for that. But yeah, I kept it like as neutral as possible. It's not really gender specific, but also this rug is probably my favorite base game rug. I've used it. I try not to use it too much because I mean, I've already used it 3 times in this house, but that was me limiting myself, I will be honest. Actually, I think I used it 4 times. I don't remember what I did in the main bedroom. Yeah, I probably could have, but yeah, I really love this one. And yeah, I just love it. It's so nice. I wish I had something like that. And yeah, I was also gonna make the room, I mean, the curtains you saw there green, but like, yeah, let me just cut back on that. Too much green. Oh yeah, I want to use that rug 3 times. I thought he was in the main bedroom, but I did not. Also, that orange shade of red that we just saw. Really like that for some reason. I don't know, I just like the orange. I know I was just talking like earlier about the shades of orange, but I don't know what that shade in particular I like for whatever reason. But obviously kept it more neutral with the browns. Like for example with this bed frame. Yeah, we don't have as much, oddly enough, like wooden bed frames. Which is weird because like base game, I feel like almost everything is brown. Like there's so many shades of brown. But oddly enough, the beds are not it. But yeah, this I just did like a guest bedroom. And this one here, we have a teen slash, was it preteen kid, bedroom. Here, add a little bit of personality. Not really that crazy, but I figured, if it's gonna be a kid's room, gotta have something a little, fun. Actually, I ended up using this computer. I never used it in game, but I just feel like maybe this kid's like really into science or like loves to build things, stuff like that. That was my thought process for that. Then I remembered I had to put a toddler seat because the toddler cannot be, Oh, actually, I should put like a porta potty, not porta potty, little children's potty. I'll have to do that. I'll probably do that in the upstairs. Yeah, actually, I can fit them in both upstairs and downstairs. Yeah, I'll be fine. I just had to remember that. Okay, I had to do that in the fruit trees. Okay, before I upload it. But yeah. I also did this penguin table. I just feel like every time I do table, TV, yeah, it just feels like such a fun little TV. I never had anything like that though. I had a box TV in my bedroom. It's a silver box one. But yeah. Or actually, did I have a little pink princess TV? I could be making that up. I don't know. Anyway, this is area I just wanted to have like the kids' favorite, movies and maybe comics or shows. It could be obviously whatever form of media. Yeah, again, that's like my idea of adding personality for the kid, just putting things they like. But yeah, very simple. I was first gonna make this very like basic and bare so you can add things, but I obviously didn't do that. But with that being said, we're reaching the end, so enjoy the video tour. Take care. Bye.